what they do.
Hey, love, Triggerbird. Used to be my nigga, but you switched on me. You crossed me over a bitch, you a snitch on me. I ain't nothing like you niggas, all your big homies. I do it nigga like a bitch, watch me spit on me. Debo playing with the game, drop a brick on him. You see this handle sticking out cause it's a stick on me. Niggas and they feeling about these bitches that'll trick on me. You catch me slipping shit, you better do your shit on me. Cause I'ma do the same thing. It's crazy when you beefing with your niggas from the same gang. Nigga talking about he gang for these bitches, that's when things change. Nigga with the same name, getting whipped and get a name change. Look, type of nigga should be chased off. Big man, set it from the chest before I take off. I get chills in the set when I see real niggas break off. Niggas getting pressed and feeling ways they gotta play off. Shit, I'ma die for my respect. If I don't like it, I'ma check it. We gon' get down where you mad at. Keep saving bitch niggas, you can have that. We a blitz niggas, jumping out the whip like it's Baghdad. Crash that, crack back. Nowadays you can buy a nigga quick with a cash out. My young nigga need a tool, but it's my last strap. See, he don't like to go to school until he pass back. Quick nigga, we a trip nigga. Saving bitch nigga shit, you might as well snitch with him. A bitch nigga, gon' be a bitch nigga. That's your niggas problem now, trying to fix niggas. That's your niggas problem now, you niggas so nice. They ask him why they whooping my niggas on spice. He left the yard off the ground, it didn't go right. She 10 toes on the ground on the slow night. On the slow night, on the slow night. A bitch nigga gon'
we govern it to a certain extent, but also really evaluating our own systems from our fire department, our emergency system, and make sure that we are prepared for unexpected events.
I grew up on 51st and Figueroa, right? What is we gonna do about the prostitution out there and these kids walking Figueroa? And your kids gotta go to school and see this.
So let me just tell you, that's an issue that when we started in the 90s, we were dealing with as well. The difference is that the women, there were women that were on the streets then. Now they're girls that are on the street.
Babies.
Almost across the board, the girls are from the foster care system. That's why I've always worked on foster care.
Right.
Because when you are a foster kid and you turn 18 or 21, we literally put you on the street. So foster girls are prime victims because they don't have the family support that would never allow them to be pulled that way, and especially foster girls that are in group homes.
Political campaigns are crazy to me. So, and there's a lot of narratives on you every single time, and there's negative narratives every single time I look up in this Karen Bass name.
The word Triggerbird. I know I got fresh heat straight off Hoover Street. Like, subscribe, and comment. I don't care if it's about some real shit or some nonsense. Man, after that, all this fucking smoke out. Nah, today I was watching this video. I ain't really been up on it. I've been hearing about it, but I ain't watched the whole video. I just finally went and watched the whole video, man. And Smacc, and everybody keeps saying Smacc caused the indictment on the Hoovers. I watched the whole video on it, and my personal opinion on Hoover Street, I feel like, who the fuck gave Smacc that question? Like, I understand that, because you gotta understand, that shit sound crazy. They talking about disasters, she talking about insurance, and then she went on to talk about fires and shit like that, you feel me? So I wanna know, you know what I'm saying? And y'all need to be mad at whoever gave that nigga that question. And not even that though, Smacc too though. Because Smacc did speak out of turn. Because Smacc, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Smacc, you my nigga too on Hoover. I can't be biased though on the situation, but I feel like Smacc, you did speak out of turn on the situation to the fact you added in I stay on 51st. And so that's what makes it put a little punch into the whole question and makes people's eyebrows go up, because when you hear I stay on 51st, what are we doing to clean up? And then you look inside the TV. T-Rail kind of like, you can see T-Rail hand like, and you see Smacc look up at T-Rail and then look again. So it kind of look kind of awkward when you really look at it, bro. It depends on how a person perceiving it when they watching it, you feel me? But definitely shouldn't have said that, bro. Definitely shouldn't have went there and asked that question, because if I would have got that paper, bro, I would have been like, man, come on, bro. I would have found a different way to ask it. know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm a part of the community over there. I want to know what can we do, you know what I'm saying, as our community to make y'all job easier so we can we can avoid all the chaos in our community. Some shit like that, you feel me? But not what we can do to clean up the prostitution and shit like that, bro. I wouldn't have specifically said that. I would have kind of reworded it a little different. Like, what can we, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the community over here, and I want to know, you know what I'm saying, this community, what we can do to help y'all job a little easier. So, you know what I'm saying, we ain't got to worry about the people, y'all coming in and affecting the people, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit, it just could have been reworded in many ways to where a person could have, she knew what it was, or she could have understood it, you feel me? Or elaborated a little more. Because T-Rail got right in and switched the conversation. That's what kind of makes it so bad too. Like, I think with adding that, imputing that, and the motherfucker not to get a chance to fire back and have a conversation with it, you know what I'm saying? That's where it kind of like look kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a motherfucker shouldn't be up there talking with the mayor at all about no shit like that. Or I would have switched papers with Heather or something like that, because shit, nigga, shit, Heather can say that. Heather can say that. T-Rail can't say it. The other old boy can say it. But out of everybody questions, Smacc had the craziest fucking question, bro. So it's either did y'all who the fuck gave him that question? Who responsible of the media, the questions, bro? Because if it's a paper in front of you and the motherfucker gave a nigga the question, y'all gotta be mad at that nigga for reading that question and not rewording it. But also, Smacc, you gotta be mad at the motherfucker that gave you that fucking question. I'd be pissed off. Like, why the fuck? I would have been pissed off from the beginning, and I would have been like, nigga, I'm not saying this shit. I'm about to reword this shit off top. You feel me? This shit finna get reworded so many times. I'm not finna sit up here and say no shit like that, because I already know where I come from, and I know what's going on. I know my background. I know what I've been through. You know what I'm talking about? But like I say, it's kind of crazy over there, because it's easy as fuck on Figueroa to even get a solicitor. And they talking about cleaning up something and this and that and helping the community. But then when you look at helping the community in Figueroa, if you not from over there, bro, I was listening to Yellow and them shit, right? And it was like, you know, I wanted to chime in and say something last night, you know what I'm saying? But and King Yellow and 607 had their interview. And but it was more like, it's like if you're not from Figueroa, you wouldn't even understand Figueroa, bro. If you a visitor, you just a visitor, bro. You just coming through for business or whatever you do, or work, whatever. But it is different when you from the community. It's different from you from the community and you grew up over there, and when you a part of a gang over there, or not even a gang, just, I wouldn't even say just a lifestyle. I wouldn't say a gang, bro, because the motherfuckers not sitting up here organizing and saying no crazy shit, doing no weird shit. Motherfuckers just from where they from. And based on I stay over here. Y'all heard For Extra said, nigga, he gonna beat you up no matter where the fuck you stay at. He said, nigga, he don't give a fuck if you stay in Inglewood, I'm beating your ass. That nigga said, if you stay in the Hoovers, I'm beating your ass. So you really don't even got a choice. And then nowadays, it ain't like it used to be, bro. When I was younger, right, about 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up until like I went to prison, man, police used to pull us over and they used to F5 card us. They had F5 card us already and tell us where we from. I was already putting the F5 card in from Hoover before I even thought about being a Hoover. So they put my mindset into being a Hoover, really, and understanding what, like, made me like a Hoover before I even decided to even, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it was the police. They the one who walk up and tell you, oh, you stay over here and this and that. And this is the mindset they do. This is what they do. This is how they brainwash you too. When you young, this is how they brainwash you. They brainwash you like that. You a young nigga, they used to pull up on you, bro. Where you stay at? Ooh, look all your, see if you got tattoos. If you have a tattoo of your mom, it could be an initial or some shit ain't got nothing to do with Hoover. They gonna sit there and say that's what they call you. They gonna give you a name, a moniker, all type of shit, bro. This is why they changed that shit in the law. And if y'all don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all, in the state of California right now, they do not know if you a gangbanger or not. You have to admit to that shit. So when they pull you over and ask you where you from, man, you not from no fucking where. You're not supposed to be from nowhere. You can't help where you grew up at. You can't nobody help the perimeter. But you know what I'm saying? Like a banger, ain't nobody out here banging. Remember, you can't help where the community you grew up in and the people that you willing to help out and move forward to do positive things, bro. That's just where the community you from. But I'm giving you an example on, you really don't have a choice, because like For Extra said, I don't give a fuck where you stay. I'm knocking your ass out. You feel me? But like I say that to say, get back on track. Say that to say, when you from over there, you can easily catch a fucking charge and soliciting by basically pulling up to the fucking corner, having your windows down, and you probably just smoking, nigga, and then you pull up to the window, the car, and a bitch run off from the corner. It might be somebody, say for instance, what if she is underage and you from the community, and you tell this girl to leave or something, or you chase her off because she went to school with your family. She probably went to school, not your family, but like your little nieces and nephews, and they probably like 16, 17, 18, 16, you know what I'm saying? But they got this little group. You 18, but you didn't went to school with this girl for 2 years. She's still 16. So when they pulling down the street and they like, that's my friend or whatever, you can't sit up there and go say nothing and tell that girl to get off that street. You might want to, because based on the fact that it might influence your little nieces that's been going to school with her. And like I go back to association, like I say with gangbanging. It's not the fact that you just want to go put up me, as far as not want to go get put on the game. The fact that these dudes that I play with every day, these dudes that I watch play on the streets, these dudes that I play basketball with, these dudes I went to school with, it's the same group. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's the same shit. It's the same group, basically. But, and it's like, nigga, okay, yeah, niggas got all these charts. Niggas just on Fig. Just, nah, motherfucker not. Man, the whole Fig motherfuckers a community, too, where motherfuckers grow up at. Y'all not saying that? This motherfucker come from all over that motherfucker just to come in that area, bro. Just to do whatever the fuck they got going. So, it don't even be that. But at the end of the day, Smacc he asked the wrong shit, bro. We still, like I said, with this internet, bro, everybody is still accountable for everything they say, no matter what. If I'm anywhere on any podcast, you can't put a fucking paper in front of me and I'm gonna read some crazy shit. I'm not doing that. That's just me personally. You feel me? I know Smacc. I know Smacc burnt out. But Smacc just, you shot himself in the foot when he said I grew up on 51st and Fig. You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do? So that kind of fucked up. And then you see T-Rail, like in the TV, you can kind of see T-Rail like he deflated or he looked crazy. So I don't know if they put that paper in front of him. I don't know if what's going on with that. But Smacc, who the fuck gave you that paper, bro? That's what I want. That's what I don't know if. And then Smacc, nigga better be careful, nigga, because shit, if you don't know who gave that paper and it come from the governor, nigga, and the mayor, and the motherfucker better be careful. Shit, they people specifically gave your ass the paper out of everybody. I'm just don't understand why that paper goes specifically to Smacc. That shit could have went to everybody. Like he said, he did say that paper could have went to anybody, but you gotta read between the lines. Why did that paper go to you? Why did that paper go to you, Smacc? That's another question. You gotta also understand why that paper go to Smacc. And if somebody did give you that question that was in your group that was available for it, you should be on their ass. Why the hell you do this? Why the fuck you give me the question? That's just me though. And I would have switched that motherfucker and I would have tripped. If T-Rail gave me the motherfucking question, I would have tripped on T-Rail. If it was Heather gave me the question, I would have tripped on Heather. But I also would have switched it. I would have switched the way that I asked, because based on me knowing I'm from the community, and I can't really put it on Smacc, but then y'all do got a platform to where you bring motherfuckers from Fig, man, that made it off that motherfucker and come back and show people this is why you know what I'm saying? We already got example to where these people get shit going on with our peoples. So now, or even before, either or, it should have just basically been on promoting motherfuckers that then left that motherfucker and trying to show motherfuckers over there, man, this is what you invest in, this is what you do. Because niggas not watching nothing else. Niggas not watching no other shows, no other channels. Niggas watching Young and Hefe. Niggas watching political, street politics. Niggas watching cartoon shit. Niggas watching probably Damn Homie a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's just people that I know. Niggas gonna watch 607. Niggas gonna watch No Jumper. This is what niggas watching. So, based on, and niggas watching back on Fig for sure. So niggas watching back on Fig, that should have been something that to where niggas could have been able to go and see, damn, the homie made it out of here. Damn, the homie went, damn. It's a lot of homies that got shit going on though. Older niggas too. Young niggas, motorcycle clubs, all type of shit. You feel me? Niggas got that shit going on, man. That should be good. It's a good look too. But I don't know, that's just how I feel. I don't think that Smacc caused that shit, bro. I don't think Smacc had nothing to do with that shit. Smacc just fucked up and said this wrong shit. You are accountable for your words, bro, on verbs. So I felt like that question should have been rephrased different, and then if not, who the fuck gave Smacc that question? Smacc need to be tripping on whoever the fuck gave him that question, bro. Because if it was her people's, you better watch out now. That's just me though, man. I don't know. Like I say, like, subscribe, and comment. I don't care if it's about some real shit or some nonsense. Let me know what y'all feel about the. Now it's just my opinion though, but let me know what motherfuckers feel, because I see it all over the internet, man. Oh, the Hoover Smacc and got the Hoover indicted. Man, that's a false narrative. Smacc just shouldn't have fucking said what he said at that time, bro. And I wouldn't have read that shit off the paper at all. I would have been tripping on, man, why the fuck you give me this shit? Or my attendance wouldn't have went up. Damn, it's an indictment, nigga, and then they gave me this question. That's what my attendance would have went up. Why y'all give me this question out of all people? But I don't know, man. Like I say, I don't know nothing. I ain't like his Brady say. I ain't here to start nothing. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Look at the homie Bosco shit too. Bosco said some real shit. Bosco was on here saying some real shit, man. I was listening to him. I hope I said that. The homie was saying some real shit. He was saying some real shit about cleaning some shit up and helping on birds, nigga. I'm tripping. He said some real shit. That's how I feel about it. But also, you gotta understand, it's simple as, man, you jumping out doing some shit and they fucking jacking you up, nigga. Now you in jail trying to explain why you got a fucking a charge against a kid and a minor and fucking your shit up. You gotta sit there explain yourself, and all you did is jump out and trip on a little bitch trying to chase up out of there. So you know what I'm saying? You ain't riding around police fucking with you, cause they making this shit hot. That's usually what it be. But like I say, tell me how y'all feel. Put orange in the comment. I'm out.
And platforms and shit about the Hoover niggas and the pimping and the minors and all that old shit, nigga. All y'all full of shit. Every last one of y'all full of shit. Because if you from this section, you from that section, you from this city, you know that shit been going on. You motherfuckers know that shit been going on. You want to know what people gonna do about the prostitution and all that shit, nigga. Them babies been out here. Them motherfuckers has been out here. It just now all of a sudden it's a big old ass interest. I don't condone. I don't accept. I don't do none of that shit, nigga. I don't adhere to none of that shit. Nigga pimping kids and all that shit. I don't give a fuck who you is. You a homie. You a nigga from somewhere else. Black, white, whatever, motherfucker. Here it is, nigga. You get to pimping on these kids. If it was my daughter or my niece or my sister or something like that, nigga, I'm gonna go sit down again for another life term, nigga, because I'm gonna open up your top like a Coors can. Real talk. But you motherfuckers get on this motherfucker like, oh, they doing this and they did that and da-da-da-da. Nigga, I condemn all that shit. I condemn all that shit. Again, if it was my folks, nigga, I'd have been whack-a-mole the motherfucker and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, y'all so full of shit, my nigga, to where, nigga, you niggas is right here in the land. And no homies who on that type of time. Nigga, you niggas is fist bumping and all that old type of shit. Don't get in front of these motherfucking cameras and all this old motherfucking shit. Be like, oh, what a person gonna do about this, do about that. Nigga, that shit is hypocritical as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hypocritical as fuck. Because, nigga, you could have been addressed that shit. And that's the motherfucking problem. Ain't no motherfucking accountability for that shit. And that go for the homies out the Capitol and whoever. I don't give a fuck else. What going on somewhere else and shit. But, nigga, that's some real life shit. You see this shit, nigga. You see this shit every day. You niggas is on Fig. You see this shit every motherfucking day. When you see that shit, nigga, address that shit. If it's that much of a concern to you, you niggas don't address that shit. Because it's not that much of a concern to you. Just like these motherfucking crackers. It ain't no motherfucking concern to them. Y'all do not care about these motherfucking kids, man. Period, point blank. And the cold part about it, fucking on kids, is this molestation shit be going on for motherfucking decades. All the motherfuckers in their 30s, in their 40s, and in their 50s, half the niggas, and I'm talking about homies, half them homegirls and all that old shit, nigga, G-homies was fucking on them when they was 13, 14, 15. The problem is, niggas have normalized this shit. That's why you able to see these babies walking up and down Fig and all this old type of shit with their whole pussy popping out and all that old kind of shit. Because you motherfuckers have normalized this shit. Yeah, back in the Gap in the 80s, nigga, during the crack eras, all them happy hooker and all them bitches, all them old hoes and shit. Yeah, they was in their 20s, their 30s and shit like that. They was old beat up hoes and all that old type of shit. But